Hello, warriors. I'm filming inside here in Virginia. It's a little rainy today. I hope the end of your June is going well. This is the end of a series of podcasts, or blog posts, vlogs, whatever you want to call them, that I have done on taking responsibility for yourself in relationships. And the first couple were on parenthood and parenting. And if you missed those, please go back. There were some great questions and I've gotten great feedback that has really helped people open their minds and dig into themselves in some really fun growth ways. This blog post is on relationships and taking responsibility for ourselves with our romantic relationships. So I will dig right in. Is your marriage the one that you wish for your child and their future partner? When you think of your romantic partner, what feelings arise? Does your romantic relationship fill you up, support you? Is it the relationship you envisioned as a young adult? If you're a parent, it's possible you've been prioritizing your kids and then wondering why you're stressed, bitter, and maybe even overweight. I have said it before and I will say it again, as it was a hard lesson for me to learn. Our most important relationship is the relationship we have with ourselves. How we treat and value ourselves impacts every other relationship in our life. I must take care of myself if I want to be the best for my kids and for my partner and anyone else in my life. So I've said that. Which relationship comes next? Which is not a game, but it could be. So first it's you, your relationship with yourself. Which one comes next? The one with your kids? The one with your parents? The one with your friends? No, no, no. After our relationship with ourselves, the most important relationship is the one with our romantic partner. We are wired to connect, okay? We are wired to connect to another person deeply and profoundly and connectedly, if that is a word, and it is important that we foster that relationship. There will come a day when our kids are out of diapers, out of grade school, out of middle school, out of the house. The strength of our relationship with ourselves and the strength of our relationship with our partner lays the foundation for how we manage these transitions and our future happiness. If we have a strong romantic relationship, we're better able to care for our children. However, in this competitive and busy world, we sign up to do so much, and it's often impossible to get it done. We then feel overwhelmed, and the easiest thing to do when we're overwhelmed, look outside of ourselves to find a reason about why it didn't get done. Who might we blame? I'll tell you who. Our mate. Walk into any Starbucks and listen to the conversation. I heard several today. I ran the kids to baseball, gymnastics, and the pool while he played golf all day. Usually accompanied by an eye roll. Or, I heard this one. He worked all weekend and then asked me if he had any clean socks. I encourage you to get away from the blame game. I also encourage you to stop talking to your girlfriends about your mate. It's disrespectful to your relationship and it's not going to help solve anything. Go talk to your mate. Stand up for yourself. Say, hey, maybe I didn't want you to play golf. He's not going to stop unless you tell him. He might have no idea. That's another blog post. But I encourage you to get away from the blame game. Yes, it's easier to blame someone else rather than take the responsibility for our role in what's going on in our lives. However, that does not foster close and connected relationships. And it leaves you feeling like crap. After you talk to your girlfriends like that, you don't feel good. You might blow off some steam, but you don't feel good. Do yourself, your partner, and your kids a favor by pausing to look at the big picture of your life and to dig into the habits and what's going on. Ask yourself some of these questions. What have you said yes to that you wish you had said no to? What can you learn from that? What needs to be done around the house to run the house? Be honest. It's usually a lot less than you think. Those pillows do not have to be placed in perfect order, and the kids' beds do not need to be made every day. So be honest about what needs to get done and accept imperfections. How much of the stuff around the house do you do? How can you enlist other people in your house to do these things? And what do you like doing with your partner? How can you do more of that in your days and in your week? I encourage you to switch from viewing your partner as an adversary to viewing him or her as your teammate. One of the mantras that makes a difference in my current relationship is assume good intent. What does that mean? That means that I trust him and assume that he means well. Choose to believe that your partner is on your team. He's on your side. Choose to believe him when he says that he forgot the groceries instead of making up some drama-filled story about why he didn't get the groceries. When he's working, choose to assume he's working because he needs to, rather than he's working to avoid you or a household task. Yes, it's easy to blame him or her for whatever isn't great in your relationship or in your life, but don't do it. Don't be the victim. Choose courage instead. Have the courage to say, I don't like this relationship how it is. I don't like how we've become roommates. I miss our connection. Have the courage to commit to weekly time together, a date night, a date lunch, a date walk, anything. Have the courage to send a text telling your spouse what you love about him or her, out of the blue. Just pick something and send it. And have the courage to shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on what you don't like about him or her, focus on what you love. Focus on what you adore. Focus on what you just makes you feel great inside about him or her. What you focus on expands. When two people come together as a team to share their idea and their experiences, they grow individually and as a couple. When two people come together and discuss an issue that they might view differently, with the intent to understand and learn from the other partner, they also grow individually and as a couple. You don't have to agree to everything your partner says, but but assume good intent. Listen to his differing opinions. Respect him. He's on your team. The family can only be as great as its pieces or as its parts. We must take care of the individual so the couple can be great. And we must take care of the couple so the family can be great. If the family can really only be as great as its parts, we must prioritize the couple and the individual. Give yourself permission to take care of yourself and give yourself permission to take care of your relationship. If you take care of yourself, if you speak up for yourself and your needs, you will be a better partner. Send the message to your kids that for strong relationships, it's good to speak up for yourself and have a strong sense of self. You can be a great mother, a great partner, and still take care of yourself. One person can change the relationship. Choose to drop the drama, drop the conflict. It doesn't have to be either or. One of you doesn't have to win. Choose to approach your partner as just that, your partner. You're a team. Together, you rise. Divided, you will fall. And trust me, the fall is hard. Choose today to choose today to stand together. Please. Choose one small action today. All right. And while you're at it, choose two small actions. Sign up, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get alerts right away when I make these blog posts. And also, you could do 3 things, but I'll just stick to 2. Either subscribe to the YouTube channel or sign up for my newsletter. My newsletter is super fun. This week, it always comes out on Wednesday, so it's the Warrior Wednesday Wellness. And this week, I have, instead of just recommending 1 podcast and 1 book, I recommended 2 podcasts and 2 books. I couldn't decide. I had so many great options for podcasts on mindful marriage and books on conscious coupling, and they're just some great ones. And if you don't get the newsletter, you miss out. So warriors, you go get them this week. Sign up for my newsletter or sign up, hit subscribe to this channel, and choose one action how you can come together as a partnership, a team.